Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hotel Moments. Quick announcement, we are now syndicated. So not only can you see this on Facebook and YouTube every Thursday, but now you can pull us up on all of the major streaming services such as Apple and Spotify. So today I am very excited to have Alix with us, Alix Mendonca with Caesars Entertainment.
You got
Welcome.
it.
I did it.
It's a tough one.
It's not, though. It's just me saying names out loud is difficult for whatever reason.
It's not one you hear every day, that's for sure.
No, it's not. But again, so my last name, I thought I was marrying into an easy last name, Susky, but I get Suzuki, I get Suski, I get every variation of it that you can think of. So I feel your pain.
Well, I have spent my entire life getting my first and my last name misspelled and mispronounced. So, just Alex is fine. There aren't a whole lot of Alexes with I's, that's for sure.
I was going to say, you're the only Alex I know with an I. You're unique. We like that.
The only other Alexes with I's that I know are women. And 50% of them are lesbians. So I don't know what it is about the name Alex with an I.
I don't either, but maybe one day we'll find out, or it'll forever be a mystery. We'll see.
There we go.
But so you work with Caesars and you oversee 13 properties in the Northwest region. Is that right?
Well, my territory is the Northwest. So I have Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Alaska, Hawaii. Those are where my clients are. The properties that I represent are the 9 in Las Vegas and the 3 in Atlantic City. But we have over 50 properties across the United States. That's
amazing. Just being in sales with hotels, I just think of site tours. You do a lot of virtual site tours. How does all that work?
We have done. In the last year, we've had to pivot my new 4-letter word, which isn't actually 4 letters. But we've had to work on how to best put your best foot forward when you can't physically show someone your property or properties. So we have become masters of the virtual tour.
Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. Otherwise, how often are you in Vegas? But pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID, I was there probably once a month, meeting with clients. A lot of industry events tend to be in Vegas, which helps. So then I can, check on my properties, check on my people. But in the last year, the last time I was in Vegas was the beginning of March 2020. Mm-hmm. And it was just as everything was shutting down. And the next time I went back was a few weeks ago for a conference that we held in our Caesars Forum space, which is right behind me, which opened March 19th of 2020, which means it didn't open.
I wasn't going to say it.
We've had 2 groups in the facility since it opened in March, almost a year ago. One group for about 100 and another group for a maximum of 50 people, thanks to the governor.
And how many people does it hold?
Like 15,000.
Exactly. So, at least you got somebody at this point. You got to be thankful, but
we are thankful for everything that we have, but it would certainly be nice to be back to normal.
I remember the announcement and hearing about the forum opening, and I was really excited. Vegas is one of my favorite places to go. So I can't wait for it to be up at full capacity and be able to attend events there.
Yeah. What's funny is before I worked for Caesars, the last time I had been in Vegas before interviewing was probably 10 years before that. And while I am a size queen when it comes to hotels, and I love really big hotels, I thought Vegas wasn't for me. And I wasn't a huge fan of Vegas because I'm not a gambler. But after working for Caesars and seeing all the things that Vegas can provide a group, I don't know why anybody would want to have their meeting anywhere else. We do events on such a grand scale, and then you factor into that all the entertainment options. I've got to in the 4.5 years I've been with Caesars, I have seen, but not personally met, Jennifer Lopez, Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears. Yeah, and those have all been at Caesars property. Oh, Celine Dion, who I was not a fan of until
14-year-old Jen is so jealous right now. I'm actually a little angry at you.
It's been pretty awesome. But that, and then all the restaurant options, I've eaten at all the best restaurants in the world, but in one city, like Gordon Ramsay and Bobby Flay and Giada. It's got a lot to offer.
I'm not a huge gambler either, but I used to. I mean, I was in LA for 10 years, and it was easy enough for every other weekend to come on out to Vegas. I saw Meatloaf in Vegas. I did the helicopter tour in Vegas. I had Wicked Spoon in Vegas. Like, that's a great brunch place, by the way.
Wicked Spoon.
Yeah, it's in Cosmo.
That went to my list.
Yeah, okay. It's fantastic. It is. So yeah, to your point, there's so much more that Vegas has to offer than just gambling. So absolutely. I don't know why you'd want to have your event anywhere else. And I'm always excited when events happen. Industry events, all of them happen in Vegas because I know that I'm not going to be bored.
No, there's always something to do. And we find that our attendees, the attendance is up at least 7% over any other city when they have it in Vegas.
Yeah, because everyone wants to go. I mean, you're more likely to get I'm more likely to want to go to an event in Vegas than I am in, like, I don't want to say any names and offend anybody, but Oklahoma, just say the state or something.
There you go.
Know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you said your clients are up in the Pacific Northwest. Is that kind of how the JBHH event started?
Okay, so JBHH is an event that I started with two colleagues of mine, Alicia Moneyhun, formerly of the San Diego Tourism Board, and Andrea Rodriguez with the LA Convention and Tourism Board. We all three of us worked remote here in Seattle, and we had gotten together. We all met each other at PCMA in Austin back in 2016 or 2017. And when we got back to Seattle and we would meet for lunch or we would meet for drinks, we would talk about how not being in the hotel industry in Seattle has its disadvantages, because when you're in a hotel in your market, you get to know the other players, the local clients. And for us, all of our clients are based in the Northwest. So we thought, how could we find a way to get connected to both hotel suppliers and meeting planners? And we thought, why don't we do a monthly or every other month happy hour where we bring people together and we act as the wingmen to these free events so that everybody can grow their network, because we had the idea of you don't know who you don't know. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't hurt you to meet more people.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. So I could attest to that. We met at the one of the JBHH events. And I think that, I was calling you the networking ninja because I met more people through you. Just like, Jed, have you met this person? Have you met this person? I'm like, no, but I need to know all of these people. So I was forever grateful. But yeah, it's so important. And do you think, like, especially now, like with everything going on and everyone being remote and kind of more distance?
We talk about that a lot. Alicia, I was talking with Alicia just today because I said, I want to make sure that, one, I pronounce your name right, which hers is easy. It's Moneyhun. And it's Alicia, it's not spelled crazy or anything. But I said, why do you think now more than ever we should be getting out there and meeting people? And if we can't meet them in person, meeting virtually. And I think it's very important for both our professional growth as well as our mental health. Mm-hmm. I love my family, but I can't be around them 24/7. And if I can't see people in person, which is what gives me life, it's meeting them virtually is the next best thing. It's never going to replace face-to-face, but for right now, that's all we've got. So eventually we hope to get JBHH back to an in-person event. But until then, we've been doing events every other month, trying to keep our community, our hospitality and events community together. And it's been very difficult over the last year because many of the people that we know have been furloughed, unemployed, forced to be part-time school teachers.
Sure. But this isn't just for people who have jobs. Like, this is more than that. Networking is more than just trying to, meet that client and sign that contract. It's more than that.
Exactly. We actually have a wedding success story from JBHH.
Really?
Yeah. So everybody's looking for something different. Maybe they're looking for a job. Maybe they're looking for, hotel contacts. Maybe they're looking for other meeting planners. Maybe they're looking to hook up. And that's exactly what happened. Only
this place has everything.
Everything. Yes. Yeah. So someone who came to one of our events last winter, and I remember it because it was down at South Center in the Tukwila area, and it was starting to snow. And I thought, oh, nobody's going to come because all it takes is, rain on the road or an early sundown, and people are like, oh, no, can't go. In Seattle. Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So we got a lot of people at this event, which was great. And then the snow started coming down and everybody's like, I'm out. See you later. But there was someone there that I introduced to another person that I knew, and now they are married to each other, and she just had a baby. Aww. So I think that's our best success story.
I was going to say, that's one heck of a success story. So JBHH is just for the Seattle region. But so is there anything for the other regions out there, or how can people kind of get these things going?
Well, they could always reach out to us. You're going to post the link to our LinkedIn page and our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
So my colleagues at Caesars live all over the country. So there's one of me, in Portland. There's another one in Vegas. There's someone in Orlando. There's another person in Boston. We have over 100 salespeople across the country, and we're all in market. And so I have reached out to my colleagues and said, this is a great success. You should be doing this. And they're like, yeah, I got bigger fish to fry. But I think once you plant the seed and watch it grow, it can really turn into something big. And we're in our 4th year now of the Just Because happy hours. And everybody knows us. We have over 400 people on our list who come to our events or say they can't come because they are part-time school teachers. But for the people who are working and for the people who aren't working, it's a way to build community.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just hotels. Like, what is the mix? It's like, it's hotels, it's meeting planners, it's who all attends
suppliers. I mean, we have people from, Court Furniture. We have people who are prop suppliers, DMCs, planners. Anybody in the events world is more than welcome to join us. And we've had a lot of people lately that are moving to the Seattle market because they must be working for Amazon because they're the only ones who are hiring. But they've reached out and they've heard about our Just Because happy hours, and the more the merrier. And it's a great way for them to get to know people before they're actually in market. It's a very easy, casual, non-selling environment.
And of course, you want to encourage them to bring a +1, right? Especially if they.
Of course, yeah. It would be great if everybody who came brought somebody new. Every event we've had new people, which is great. But it would be great to get more because I'm passionate about it. I would love everybody else to be as passionate as I am about it, about making our world a little smaller.
Yes. I completely agree with you. So now that it's not in person, you mentioned it's every other month and it is over Zoom, I believe. So if people want to get more information on how to attend those events, I do believe you have a Facebook page as well that I can post in the comments.
Yes.
But where else could they go for that? Or is it the Facebook page?
There's a Facebook page and a LinkedIn page.
Okay, perfect. So I will make sure.
If you're not on Facebook, hopefully you're on LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, maybe you shouldn't be coming to our events.
Maybe this one isn't for you. Unless
maybe
you are
it's not for you.
Love.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then just get a LinkedIn account and then we'll call it even. It's fine.
There we go. Yes.
But you have a big event coming up next week, right? On the 25th?
Yes. Thursday, February 25th, which I think is when this show drops. It's going to be from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It will actually be our 1-year anniversary of the last time we had an in-person event. We didn't plan it that way, but that's the way it's turned out. And it's very fitting to have an anniversary, especially a COVID anniversary. Hopefully it will be one of the last virtual Just Because happy hours we'll be doing for a while.
I'm really gonna hold on to that. I'm hoping it is as well. Anniversary of the last live in-person event, and then it's the last one that's not. That would be incredible. So is this one still only for the Seattle region, or are you opening this one up?
If you are in another market and you just want to know other people across the country, it's primarily Seattle-based people, but we've had people from all over the country.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle has some pretty good, corporations too. I mean, with Amazon, Microsoft, and Boeing, like we have a lot of people over here. We have a lot of great hoteliers here. It doesn't hurt to know people, especially if you are one of the unfortunate people who are furloughed or have been laid off. Just getting those connections is really important.
Well, think of it this way. Say you're a planner and you're looking to have your next event in Vegas, but you don't know a whole lot about it. That'd be a great time to come because you've got somebody who knows the Vegas market. Say you want to have a meeting in Seattle, but you don't know which hotel to put it in. Come to our event.
Again, this place has everything.
It has, yeah. What is that from?
It's from SNL.
Oh, yes.
There
it's Stefan.
It's Stefan, yes. I didn't want to give it all away. I wanted you to be able to figure it out. Yeah.
Homeless cyborgs.
Homeless cyborgs. Yes, that one is accurate. I can attest to that one. So were you guys doing anything special at being with the 1-year anniversary and all? We're gonna do charades. Like, what's gonna happen?
Probably not charades. What we've noticed is it depends on the size of the group. Because if you've been to a Zoom event where there's 100 people and everybody's talking at the same time, that's not a great environment. So depending on the size of the group, we usually break it into breakout sessions. Then we mix it up. We usually ask a question, mix it up. That way everybody gets a chance to introduce themselves to each other while not having to talk over each other. Yeah,
that's a good idea for sure. I just learned about Zoom breakout rooms, which I did not know it was a thing. I'm not as Zoom savvy as I probably should be a year after.
I just learned how to turn myself into a cat.
How many people do you think are going to show up as cats?
Probably a lot.
We should start placing bets now, I think.
I can't imagine my next, team meeting where my boss is on it and I'm Kermit the Frog.
Yeah. Or a banana. Like we talked about.
Banana.
Yeah. Or a banana. So I will make sure that the links are posted, obviously. And if you want more information, you can also go to inthemomentpodcast.com, where we'll be listed as well, or visit Alix on LinkedIn. Would you have anything else?
My name is right there.
It's right there. It's spelled,
Connect.
Spelling, no excuses.
All of it. Yes.
Can't get it wrong. Can't happen. So do you have anything else that you want to share with everyone about the events? About Caesars?
This is the best job I've ever had. And it has been the toughest year that I've ever had to work, as it has been for many people. And I think the thing that gets me through each day is your support mechanism. So, if you're working, if you're not working, if you are in need of help, I think it's so important right now to reach out to people. If you aren't suffering from mental health problems right now you should be reaching out to people you haven't talked to in a while, and you should be asking them how they're doing. And I think it's so important to get a message or a birthday card or a phone call, although nobody calls on phones anymore. A Zoom.
Well, something's really wrong. Yeah, if something's really wrong, then we call, but otherwise just text.
Yeah. Because it's a real tough time.
It's such an easy thing to do in this day and age. I mean, just to send a quick message, an email to your former colleagues, current colleagues, to your clients even, just because they're not getting back to you or connecting with you to give you meeting space or room nights or whatever, doesn't mean that you can't check in. They're having a hard time too. So
I love to do that all the time.
Yeah,
I'll be in the supermarket waiting in line, and I'll scroll through my Facebook or my LinkedIn, and I'm like, I haven't talked to her in a long time. I'm like, hey, I'm in the store and I was thinking about you. how's it going?
So, can I kick you up anything?
Doesn't cost you anything.
It
Except
doesn't.
a little bit of time. Yeah.
It doesn't. And you could really create some really, really powerful relationships. Just people knowing that you are thinking about them, thinking about more than just like your immediate surrounding. It's huge. It's a really big takeaway for sure. But with that, I think that we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for being on. For everyone else, we'll be back on next Thursday. If you have any stories that you want to share on Hotel Moments, go to inthemomentpodcast.com and let us know. Otherwise, we look forward to chatting with you again next week.
Great. Jennifer, thanks for having me.
Thank you.